Good afternoon, dear friends, CCC members, esteemed musicians here, and students of music. I want to thank Vidwan for having introduced this segment. And I'm grateful to CCC for this opportunity given. When Vidwan actually approached me and wanted me to pick up a topic, I took quite a bit of time to see what content I can present in 6 to 8 minutes. And it's something very difficult when you have a music form such as ours, and there are so many different things one can talk about. However, after many rounds of thoughts in my mind, I finally figured what would be important is to share a few important elements or qualities I feel are important for people who want to pursue music seriously. The reason I brought this up is because there are people with various or varying levels of expertise in this room here. Somebody with a 5-minute slot all the way going up to Ragam Tanam Pallavi session. So I have to capture the interest of pretty much everybody here. So I figured this would be much more important for me to share because this is how I grew up. This is how I captured many of the thoughts. And what I'm going to share are things that I personally noted from my sessions with my guru and also from many lectures that I attended that were given by very leading musicians who had taken music as a full-time profession. I call it a top 10 list, but I don't think I have enough time, so Padma, please pardon me. I'm going to go through most of these very quickly, but in 1 or 2 instances, I may take a couple more phrases or sentences to elaborate. First one should have good memory skills, really good memory skills, because we don't know what's going to come in front of you. Even a 5-minute slot can give a lot of insights. So picking up things that come along is very important, whether you learn from a teacher or from other concerts or from anybody. Take your classes very seriously. And in order to be able to do that, one should have an open mind, right? If you have a preconceived set of ideas and prejudices, you will start filtering things. So make sure you have that open. And one thing I've always felt important is to be physically fit. And I'm serious. People who are youngsters here, if you can take up some physical activity on a routine basis, that will help you tremendously, particularly on days you have concerts. Go have a solid workout to see the difference, right? And another thing that an artist should have, this was ingrained as I was growing up. This was called 4 C's. We have CCC, now I'm going to call CCC. They are concentration, confidence, conviction, and courage. One should have all of these. Frankly speaking, you want to try something new on stage, you should have the courage. What you know, you should be able to deliver with conviction. All of these things are very useful and to be able to develop as qualities. Now, other thing I would like to point is to be able to listen to different styles of music. Don't just get bogged down by one style, because you never know what's out there. And that's something that drew me earlier on when I was a child. I was able to grasp as many as possible. And this is something my teachers, my gurus insisted. Self-criticism. This is something very important everybody should have. The reason I bring this up is, we all perform here. I'm not sure how many people go back and review the tapes and see what areas really went well, what areas could have gotten better. This is a very important quality because one should be able to independently look at things that went well without having prejudices. And it can only help when you start working on all those things that you feel should be working. Another thing is, as a performer, it's very important to be able to strike a good balance between excitement anxiety, and enjoyment. You want to give the audience some excitement, some anxiety also, and ultimately it should all be enjoyable. Striking a balance is very important. Knowing when to not have too many gimmicks, knowing when to limit Kanakaswarangas, where to draw the line, but still make it enjoyable. So people go home thinking, wow, that was good. I was able to observe few things. Paying attention to Kala Pramanams, incorporating silences, pauses in Kalpanaswarams, and in Raga Alapanas, are very critical. I'll demonstrate to you. This one musician can sing like this for a Kalpanaswaram for Begada. That's Begada. Let's take it differently. For the Raga. Makes a big difference. You're able to highlight the beauty of the raga, able to let people absorb what's being sung. So figuring out what's right and what kala pramanam should be taken for what songs is very important. Another thing that was highlighted to me, which I feel is very important, is developing swarajnana and anuswarajnana. There are many ragams that have overlapping swaramals. Overlapping swaramals. To be able to dissect, to have a very keen ear, to be able to figure one from the other, is very important. I'll take an example. Saga di gama. It's a very commonly used set of notes for different ragas. That's an ascending scale. That's part of an ascending scale. Saga di gama. Can somebody guess what that might be? Let me do that. Saga di gama. Saga di gama. Saga di gama. First one is more like Ridigavala. Ridigavala Kandaram doesn't have the same emphasis as on the bed to be able to dissect that. And same. Sagadiga Apadavasa Sagadiga Manisa. So there's a difference in that. Being able to dissect that. Coming down to Pamagadisa. Pamagadisa Gasa Gadisa. How do you differentiate that? Being able to appreciate that, having an analytical bent of mind to be able to listen things is important. Lastly, Layajnana. This is like achieving or touching Mount Everest. Right? It's one of the most difficult things to get. Just a bunch of swarams with complex arithmetic doesn't mean it's Layajnana. Singing in the right Kala Pramanam, incorporating Kala Pramanam, and having the melodic aspects, they're all very important. Well, these are some of the things that I noted while I was going, when I aspired to be a full-time musician. Well, many things changed along the course of my life. There are many people here, I'm sure, would love to take on. I really wish them the best. I wanted to take a few minutes to share this with you. Once again, thanks CCC and Padma. Hope you found that enjoyable. Thank you.